Well, kids have been McLovin' them since 1979, but now city officials in San Francisco have voted to ban toys in kids' meals, Happy Meals, saying they're contributing to obesity. Toys will be allowed if fast food restaurants change meals to comply with new calorie and fat restrictions. But shouldn't this be a decision for parents? Here for a fair and balanced debate, Mimi Roth from the National Action Against Obesity and David Selig, a tax practitioner and small business owner. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Obviously, we all want children to eat more fruits and vegetables. Mimi, why should this be the government's role and not parents?
Well, it is parents' role. Any parent in America can still go anywhere he or she wants and buy a toy for his or her child. And that includes these fast food restaurants. That has not changed. As a matter of fact, you can buy it individually. What has changed is if a restaurant refuses to serve a nourishing meal to a child, if they refuse to put fruit or vegetable with it, if they just sell a fat, sugar, and salt bomb and call it a kid's meal, those are the meals that can't include free toys. You don't want to give a toy to a child as a prize for eating something that in the long term will be harmful to the child.
And we do know that childhood obesity is on the rise and it is dangerous. So why isn't this a good idea?
Well, first of all, I don't think we should have some joyless, perhaps even childless legislators telling us how to raise our own children. This is still America. We do have free choice. It's amazing that that choice does not extend to what your children can have. And I would like to say, as a boy, I can remember my mother buying me cereal because there was a prize in it. And it was a wonderful feeling. And I'm 47, and I still remember it today.
Mimi.
What does that have to do with obesity and type 2 diabetes, a crisis that we're having right now? Your emotion about it is lovely and nostalgic. But what we're dealing with is children today who are going to grow up, who are going to have cancer, fertility issues, diabetes. And this cute little toy isn't going to be very meaningful to them in 30 years. They're going to be saying, hey, David, where were you when we needed help? Children are not full participants in the free marketplace. They need special protection.
Your response, David.
That's nonsense, because the occasional food that you're talking about will not cause any of those things. This is an ad hominem argument, and it really doesn't hold water. Listen, that's a fact, and this is,
wait,
as
what's
I said,
a fact? What's a fact?
Hold on. Before we get to what's a fact, let me read to you McDonald's statement so that you guys can debate this. Here's what McDonald's says. We're extremely disappointed with this decision. The simple fact remains most people, including children, eat the vast majority of their meals at home, not in restaurants. McDonald's Happy Meals can be just as nutritionally balanced as school lunches or kids' meals served at home. David, I'll have you respond to that first.
You know, I have to tell you, it seems so popular to attack big corporations, but the majority of these franchises are owned and operated by individuals. And by causing their business to fall off because now some child will not want a Happy Meal, maybe because of the toy or something, that individual is going to suffer financially, and no one seems to care about that.
No, wait a second. This obesity crisis is causing all of us a $147 billion annual price tag, and the reality is any of these small business owners can still provide children a meal. If they're willing to put a fruit or a vegetable with it and give a reasonable meal to a child, that can still have the free toy, and anyone can still carry a toy, so I'm not sure what you're arguing against. There's really no change other than if you don't want to serve children a fruit or vegetable, you can't have the toy be a prize.
We're going to have to leave it there. Great debate. I think that McDonald's will probably just put some carrot sticks in there, and everybody who may be happy at the end of this with their Happy Meal. David Selig, Mimi Roth, thanks so much for coming in to debate this. Well, the U.S. being judged on